Welcome back to the Legend of Heroes Trails Beyond the Horizon, where we last time looked around the Chardin District, and now we want to talk with our team. Yeah, off-screen, as I said, I want a bit gambling. Bought a few accessories for my gambling token. Okay, we got another scrap of it for SPG. Normally I'd say we made progress and we're good to pull out before it gets too crowded. But there's something weighing on your mind. Could it have anything to do with that event, perhaps? It's a small thing, but there's something about it opening now, of all times. Nah, maybe it's just a coincidence. By event, are you referring to the closed rehearsal at the Chardin? Do we know its title? Actually, I hear that and the cast are being kept under wraps, but they plan to announce both at 8 PM today. Yeah, but it's the same thing for the show Arc-en-Ciel performed here last year. You guys should have seen it. Risha did fantastic, naturally. But Goddess the Sun Princess Ilya Platea was just... that show. I hear it surpassed even their performances in Crossbow. Oh wow, you got to see them live, Judith? I'm so jealous. I heard the competition for tickets was cutthroat. Guess being a celebrity, even if you're a rotten one, has its perks. Bite me, comments of a jerkish variety aside, I really do wonder what they're performing. Wait, you haven't heard? I thought being a big fancy agency would mean you'd get the insider scoop. Oh, I mean, I do get that here and there. It's just that between the show's production ramping up and our fixer work being a time vampire, I haven't...
Whoa! Fancy seeing you guys here. Well, well. Marielle! How's it going, everyone?
Marielle Amy.
It feels like it's been forever since I last dropped by to see you guys. Wow, you all look so good in those outfits. Wait, is that you, Bearguard?
It's been quite some time, Miss M.A.
Seems like you've been burning some serious rubber these last couple months.
Since you came all the way to Chardin by taxi, I assume you're here to report on the play?
Sorta. I've got some other assignments to do first, so I'll only have time to cover the back half. Wait, weren't you all invited too? Then you better hurry, or you'll miss the whole thing.
Invited? Us?
The hell are you on about?
I don't recall any invitation letters among the mail today.
Crap!
Oh dear goddess.
Forgot something, did we?
Suddenly I have an inkling who our mystery cast could be.
Does that mean the people rehearsing here are...
I'm so sorry. I forgot to pass out Nina's invitations.
The Southern District is lost! Retreat! Fall back!
Our moment is at hand, my fellow countrymen. We shall vanquish the knights and the noblemen, trample the enemy underfoot, and stain the palace floors with their blood.
Hear my words, comrades. We stain our hands red, not for violence or vengeance, but to free our parents from tyranny, and our children from hunger.
Onward! Onward, my friends! May our song of triumph shake the old capital and herald the dawn of a new era!
Our foes are mighty, and the road to Vashtar Palace long. But for our freedom, for our equality, and above all, for love, will we brave the dangers ahead with valor and show all the depth of our resolve. In this first battle, we claim victory as our own!
Victory is ours!
That was incredible! So this is what the Calvardian Revolution was like!
I remember really liking Nina's performance as Sheena in the Gloria movie, but this was on another level.
Gloria La Revue is the stage play adaptation of that story. Who would have thought a live performance could be so impactful? I know, right? And it'll be even more so when the sets are complete and they're in costume.
I know we've been slammed pretty much all day, but still, I ain't happy. 'Cause of your lapse in memory, we missed basically the entire first half.
I said I was sorry!
Imagine forgetting your own friend's rehearsal. For shame. For shame.
It wasn't like that! I wasn't sure if she wanted it to be a surprise or not, and, for the record, it being a stage show was news to me too. I thought it was gonna be for something more casual. If I knew it was for this, I definitely wouldn't have left them in my room. Wait a sec. Was that what Nina was trying to tell me after the fan event?
Let me guess. You were in such a hurry to meet back up with us, you completely ignored her.
Well, I'm sure we can get a hold of tickets for the actual performance at a later date.
In times like these, it's best to look for the silver lining. Now the full performance will be all the grander for us.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks, Bearguard. Your words of wisdom have made me feel all—
Don't go mistaking the Roaring Lion's kindness for an excuse, young lady.
Oh, good evening, you two. Thank you again for inviting me here today.
What? Grammy? And also—
That looks like Mom, just from the hair color I see.
No, thank you for attending, my dear. Looking forward to seeing your article smack dab on the front page. A certain absent-minded granddaughter of mine could learn a thing or two from you about self-betterment.
Hey, give me some credit here. I've been doing plenty of Wait, that's beside the point. What are you doing in Edith, Mom?
Bring it down a few notches, dear. It may be the intermission, but still, use your inside voice.
Chloe Lanster.
You must be Van Arkride, and I assume the rest of you are under his employ, yes? I'm Judith's mother, Chloe. My daughters told me all about you.
It's a pleasure to finally meet you. It's true what they say. You don't look a day over 20.
Yeah, you're twice as hot as your daughter.
Ugh! Shut it!
You flatter me. It may surprise you to hear, but it's been nearly 15 years since I retired. My mother's the reason I'm here. She brought me away from my little hole in the wall to help Nina. Despite being out of the industry for so long, I was asked to give her coaching for her first stage play.
Well, I'd say you did an excellent job, because her performance was phenomenal. The experience as a whole felt rather surreal compared to that of a movie, with the actors right there in front of you. It was very moving. Even the temporary costume sets and lighting didn't detract from the experience one bit.
You should forward those compliments to the performers and the crew, as they deserve the lion's share of the credit.
As always.
Speaking of lions, you're looking well, Bearguard.
Well, it's good seeing you again after all this time.
The feeling is mutual. I must thank you for giving a hand to Van and his friends while I was away.
All right, you did say you rubbed shoulders with Judith's grandma, didn't you, Master?
And you knew my mom too? I mean, I knew she was friends with Victor, but not you.
Yes, we've been acquainted for some time. He comes by the cafe in Anchorville every so often.
As for me, it's been decades since we last met. And the same can be said for him.
Well, well.
What a welcome surprise this is. I wasn't expecting to run into you in Arkwright Solutions.
Oh.
Ex-President Rocksmith?
What are you doing here in Edith?
It's good to see you, Mr. Rocksmith. Last time I saw you was during my trip to Longlie in late spring, no? Oh, how time flies.
Samuel Rocksmith.
Indeed. The hands of time have been moving apace in Calvert of late. As to your question, young lady, I came for the show. I couldn't very well pass up the chance to see a wondrous work of art ahead of opening night.
I knew well this road would be paved in bloodshed. I knew it from the start. I must set my sights forward, never looking back, not even for my fallen comrades. For there is but one path unfurled before me. But how? How can we know if a new dawn awaits us at its end?
$7,000 mirror has been placed in your account as a reward for completing the patrolling the Blacklight District for SPG.
Those are impressive results. I'll update your evaluation rank.
I'll be taking that.
Gladiator headband.
Can't complain with that.
What can I say?
Results for Bookie's Bicycle Racer. The favorite has won. I got nothing. Afterward, the rehearsal ended to thunderous applause. Following that, the release date and name of a play, Gloria, Love of You, was finally revealed to the public in the midst of the excitement. Van, along with Dominique, Rocksmith and the others, left to have dinner at a certain cozy bistro they were all well acquainted with. I think that was, what's the name? Yoda.
Oh, I wish I could have seen Nina play Sheena too.
I'm really sorry, Yume. That's on me for not triple-checking with Judith beforehand.
Not only did you forget the Spriggan Crew's invitations, but Victor and his families too? Unbelievable.
Oh, for the 1000th time, I'm sorry, okay? Listen, I'll get everyone VIP seats for the actual performance, I swear it.
Really, it's fine, Judith. We would have been stuck minding the restaurant either way.
Maybe Yume can see one of the daytime showings. I have to imagine she'd enjoy seeing the real show much more than the rehearsal.
That's true enough. The costumes and sets will be quite lavish, and they'll be giving out small commemorative gifts for the little ones.
Really? Yay! Now I want to go even more. Van, you better bring on Yes along. Got it? And take Fairy and Katra and Aaron and Rosette and Mr. Bearguard too.
Fine, fine. You win. Long as we don't have work that day.
I'd be happy to come with you, May.
Yeah, me too.
Wait, Yume. Aren't you forgetting someone?
Whoopsie. I guess I did. Fine. I guess you can come along.
Little Squirt's got you by the short hairs.
Judith normally has it pretty well together, but her mind does have a tendency to go wandering into La La Land.
Personally, I find that particular trait to be rather endearing.
Agreed. Having to always be on her case can get tiring, but it's always amusing seeing her oh no face.
All that tells me is that she needs a good dressing down now and again.
I'm rather curious as to the state of the room you're renting. Perhaps I should do a little inspection?
What? No, my clothes are all over the floor!
Back to the matter of the play. I wouldn't feel right going along without Yume's grandfather in tow.
Ah, yes. She needs a chaperone, doesn't she? I'll come talk to you about this later, Van.
Now that's just desperate, old man.
Since Yuma is 7 years old and can do more on her own now, I think he's feeling a little left out, is all. I never dreamed to see an old stiff like Victor turning into helicopter grandpa. Can't say I blame him. If my granddaughter had been this cute, I'd have probably doted on her too. Hey, that's just mean. Don't take Mother's quips to heart, dear. You know it's just how she shows her love. Now on a different note... Why are you staring at the maid like that? Oh, it's nothing. The color of her hair just happens to remind me of someone I know. You mentioned you were here on dispatch from Marduk, but where are your parents from, if you don't mind my asking? Ah, I know who we're referring to. Yes, I can see the resemblance. What are we talking about? Unfortunately, I have no family to which I belong. Nor do I have any relatives to speak of. Reset. My apologies, that was a little too personal a thing to ask. Reset's never really told us much about her past, or her artificial body.
I see. You met with Roy again this morning, eh?
Yep, by sheer coincidence. At least I think it was one. There's no way he would have sat around waiting for us to show, right? I don't think he'd go quite that far, but I can't entirely write off a possibility either. Yeah. We're investigating a series of inexplicable signs with ties to the space program. As such, I could see why he, as the head of state, and the one spearheading the program, would wish to deter us. But we can't let him, not while there are all these matters that need investigating. Like those unexplained disappearances and the urban legends being spread online. There's also the strange monsters you encounter along the highway and in the underground culvert. Even the guild has put those cases high up on the priority list. What got me puzzled is why Heiyu is sticking their noses into this. It certainly is curious, especially with Yin and the head of the new family involved. Wanna explain how well you people know about Heiyu's inner workings? I mean, it's not that surprising the first and second generation would know about the There's no need to fret, I've known about them for a long time now. In fact, Dominique and I made a pact when I was still green behind the ears in the world of politics. You will have to forgive me for the trouble I caused during my time in the suit. Green behind the ears, he says. No, you were as sly as a devil back then as you are now. Had I not been wise to your weaselly ways, you'd have had us cats on your leash. And had this weasel not been on his toes around you, he'd have suffered much the same fate. Must be tough for you, hearing these kind of wild stories not being able to share.
Such is the responsibility of a VIP bodyguard.
Cody Macmillan.
Any person tasked with protecting a former president is obligated to uphold confidentiality. From a CID perspective, I know this arrangement is a bit confusing for everyone involved, but it's not my place to lay judgment.
Oh, well, I'm not going to press you for details, but I appreciate your confidentiality. If the CID had a problem with that situation, you would think Mr. Kincaid would have told us about it when he was working with us previously. Right, previously. The man made himself practically unreachable. I've never encountered this with him before. I'm sorry, Van. Oh yes, Rene Kincaid. I've spoken with him on several occasions. He's a sharp lad. He rose from student council president to agent of the CID just after its establishment via the Department of Internal Affairs. I know his father well. From what I understand, it seems like he and Rene don't talk very much these days. Yeah, that's what I hear too. Doesn't seem like it's cause of a bad blood between them though. Oh yeah, I feel like someone told us a while ago he was the son of a bureaucrat. Does his father have a high standing in the government? He's the current Deputy Secretary of the Department of Justice. In other words, among the top echelon of government officials. He's reportedly a stickler for the rules, and his principles and beliefs have never wavered even during the current administration. He's about as dry as the Chardin Desert, but he's also fair, and has a hands-off approach to life and politics. Maybe that's why his boy grew up to be a cold, calculating, four-eyed demon. Deputy Secretary King Kid has been of help to me in the past, but he's a man of ambition with little regard for other people. In that sense, maybe his son takes more after Roy than he does his father. I am? What do you mean?
Perhaps now is a good opportunity to broach the subject. It's no real secret, but at the same time, it's not the sort of thing I'd normally discuss out in the open. Beauregard and Dominique likely have an idea of what I'm going to say. So, you're aware that before his foray into politics, Roy was once in the military, correct?
Yep, I heard he showed off some impressive sharpshooting during the coup d'etat. He also piloted that assault frame like it was nothing.
That's only natural. Roy wasn't the leader of the Army's elite Special Ops unit for nothing. What's more, he even lent a hand to Liberal's Royal Army during the 100 Days War.
Wait, seriously? The 100 Days War, a conflict wherein the Empire ventured to invade Liberal 17 years ago. From what I read, it was the first time military-grade airships were used in actual combat. On paper, he was little more than a military attaché stationed at the Calvardian embassy in Liberal. Due to the cloak and dagger operations between the warring nations, Calvert could no longer sit in silence, so we sent him as our silent blade. In lieu of participating in battle, Graham had put together an instructional unit to support Colonel Bright and his counter-offensive forces. By means of intelligence and strategy, he helped to break up and defeat the Empire's armored divisions that occupied each region. Though it was never made public, I hear Her Majesty reached out in private when he returned home to thank him personally. Roy then submitted a report of his experiences to Brigadier General Haring, his commanding officer, and other elected officials. This led to the formation of the Republic's foremost military pillar, the Armored Aviation Divisions. Wow, even I didn't know all this. That's amazing, you have one of the coolest stats ever, Agnes. And one of the wildest, holy shit. I've heard bits and pieces of this, but I never realized he played that pivotal of a role in the war. Listening to this story again, I'm reminded of the depth of character he possessed, even at a young age. So having added that prominent feather to his cap, he retired from the military and entered the political arena. The man wasted no time using his liberal connections to put himself on the map and to catch the eye of the former administration. As I recall, he served as the government's liaison during the DG cult purge operation. Ah yes, that did take place when the mantle was yours, didn't it? You and Dominique were a great help during that ordeal. With his military background and ties to Liberal, it only made sense for Roy to aid Cassius, who was the helm of the operation. It was a success, of course. We lost more lives than any other nation. We had to prevent this horrific incident from ever coming to light. This required political maneuvering and a firm grip on information dissemination to protect the rights and privacy of the victims. In other words, you covered it up. Got mixed feelings about that, but I get it. Probably spared those kids and families a whole lot of grief. Indeed. This is the first I'm hearing of Mom and Grammy being a part of that. Even the rest of the people involved sure are amazing. Wait, hold up. If the war was 17 years ago, and if Anya's 17th birthday is 3 days from now? Does that mean your dad was in Liberal when you were born? That's right, Mom told me he wasn't able to be here then because of his military work. Now I know he was in a far-off country fulfilling a greater purpose. I'm still trying to process my feelings on all this, but as strange as it sounds, I'm proud of him. Really proud. I don't think it's strange at all. It's totally okay to be proud of your dad. I'm sure he wanted nothing more than to pack his bags and fly back home to see you. Yes, I can easily picture that being the case. He may not always show it, but he cares for you. Just think about how he jumped into action during the pandemonium crisis in the coup. Behind that cold, unfeeling facade is an overprotective dad who loves his little girl. I feel it every time he glares at me. Even after all this time, I don't think that part of him has changed a single bit. Yes, you're probably right. People may wear one face in public and another only to those close to them, but they both remain a fundamental part of who they are. As for the space program of his, I can say one thing for certain. It would not be where it is now if not for his unwavering conviction. That's the part that makes him a royal pain in the ass to deal with sometimes.
Of course. When you become the head of state, you gain a unique perspective, a lens through which no one else can see. After the cult purge, and after helping me get elected, Roy left the Republican Party. I know little of his life since then, but as someone who's observed him for a long time, there's one thing I can say with absolute confidence. He loves his family more than anything. All that he does for Calvert, or anything else for that matter, is simply an extension of that. How that may look to others holds little weight in his mind. That may be why he always appears so unflappable. There are few men in all the world as strong-willed as Roy Gramhart.
I know. That's why we have to be ready for the road that lies ahead. Even if it leads us down a different path. We'll just have to brave it so we can face Dad with the same conviction he has.
As you guys should know, we have our own way we like to tackle things. Though that doesn't mean we won't work with the Guild or whoever else. We'll do whatever it takes to get the job done right. And in style.
Well spoken.
You really are a peculiar bunch, but that is part of your charm, I suppose.
You know, you actually had me until the in style bit. Couldn't serve up that line without a side of cringe. Huh, Chief?
Maybe he should have phrased it like, we'll get it done like the hard-boiled fixers we are. That feels a little more Van-like, I think.
Somehow I think that'd make me cringe even more coming from him.
Now, let's not tease him too much for clinging to his cool, detached persona. Chasing unattainable dreams is simply in men's nature.
Amen, girl! That said, I think it's endearing in his case.
Now listen here. I'll have you know I'm the coolest, most hard-boiled spriggin' around.
I don't think you're convincing anyone here.
Is being less than persuasive one of the unwritten rules of your company?
Following that, Agnes and Dren decided to leave before the others. The rest of the group saw them off from the entrance. Meanwhile, former President Rocksmith, Dominique, and Chloe sat behind to chat for a little longer. 8 p.m. Starting to think finding whoever left these bits of requests won't be a walkover. I'm afraid not. Moreover, there's no discernible link between that and the missing persons case. Everyone seems to believe those gang and mafia members had their own reasons for disappearing in a puff of smoke. Such as them drowning in debt, for example. To be fair, the same could be said of pretty much anyone in Calvert's underbelly. I get your point though. I see what I can dig up from my end. Give me a call if you work anything out. I will. Just be careful, okay? Incidentally, I heard that former President Rocksmith is visiting Edith. The guild just got word that he was having dinner over at Montmartre. He was, yeah? Sounds like I got an invite to a celebration for the space program, but the thing is... she's already changed back into her work clothes. Guess she's still got stuff to take care of. Between her and Renee, it feels like every one of my close friends is a damn old workaholic. Like I'm on to talk. Think I'll go follow that scent. It's stronger now than it was earlier today. Doesn't seem like it's bad news or anything, but can't hurt to be too careful. Been a while since I did the rounds at night. Well, not unlike a present. Before I head out, I better say hi to Rocksmith and Judith's mom and grandma. Actually, that reminds me. If Agnes' 17th birthday is 3 days from now, does that mean your dad wasn't liberal when you were born? I suppose I can keep an eye out for any present she might like. I don't often buying anything till I can ask her some question and feel out what she'd like. Received costumes and lightweight outfit for Van and company. Alright. The others in the room? Oh. Well, good. I'm with President Rocksmith, okay. My word, such a smoky high-class aroma. You procured this vintage from Northumbria, correct? Doing a brief visit at the end of the war, yes. It pairs perfectly with chocolate or a good cigar. Oh, now that I would love to try. Well, look who's talking up a storm. I did hear you two were old friends. Huh. We got along swimmingly indeed, despite our differing avocations. Our previous get-together in Longlight turned into quite the carousal, in fact. You and I worked our way through a bevy of the finest eastern liquors right up until morning. We drank as though our livers were yet young. Your tenant gave you quite a reprimand, did he not? Alright, shame on me for getting Cody wrapped up in our little escapade. I should go before I spoil the mood. Hard not to feel left out, though. I can tell that Birgit has been indulging himself quite a bit, judging by the state of his room. The quiet farmstead life suits me well enough, but perhaps I could stand to learn from his youthful exuberance. Mr. Rocksmith and I partake of these drinking sessions from time to time. I hope the two of us can do the same someday, once you've reached old age yourself. Just how long do you plan to live? Actually, scratch that. I can see it happening. Now, where did I put my Gloria movie pamphlet? Is it where a photo of Nina as Sheena is? Yep, though she might look a little different than the stage play version. Them rehearsing out of costume today was already amazing, so the actual performance should be a smasher for sure. Wow, I can't wait. Oh, I better go study up on my theater etiquette. I was thinking of letting Yume borrow my Gloria movie pamphlet. I'm excited to see the stage play version. I bet Nina's a super pretty, Sheena. But once Fairy lets me see her pamphlet, I'm gonna show Mummy too. Good work today, Zeros.
Likewise, Catra. Will you be stargazing tonight as well?
Yep, we can start getting ready after I finish up with her maintenance. You've been pretty gung-ho about that for a while now. It's for an assignment the professor gave you a while back, right? Uh-huh. She wants me to observe a conjunction between the sun, moon, and the Septian planets. Of course, calendar-wise it won't be until next month in late August. There's something idyllic about it happening so close to humanity's first manned rocket launch, though. Well, I'm glad you're excited. Just don't work yourself so hard that you end up sick on the big day. I know. You can be a real mother hen sometimes, Van. The conjunction isn't until late August, so there's still plenty of time for me to finish Grant's assignment. But with the upcoming rocket launch just around the corner, I'm feeling a little restless. I need to stay on top of my observation. I can get the best possible data on the day off.
These astronomical observations have long been conducted with the professors in Basel as well. Theo will also endeavor to assist Kat with his, quote, assignment, unquote.
You must be excited to stargaze too, huh, buddy? That monster was... Where's that? Ah, forgive me, Mr. Arkwright. My thoughts have me slightly preoccupied. Today was as long as it was arduous. Would seem I'm a tad exhausted. Can't blame you. Barely even got back from out before things started hitting the fan left and right. Fingers crossed that we can take it a little easier tomorrow. And yet here you are, preparing to head straight back outside. How are you true to form, Mr. Arkwright? I plan on turning in for the night myself, so do try not to stay up too late. What's up? Are you heading out? Oh, I get it. To pick out Agnes's B-Day present, right? Need me to take along? Apparently could barely handle your childhood sweethearts without tripping face first. Keep your unsolicited advice to yourself, thanks. I'll just try to get something halfway decent. Wouldn't want her to burst into tears. Oh wait, maybe that's the reaction you should be gunning for. Yeah, keep yucking it up. And here I was planning to invite you for a few drinks to celebrate our first day back on the job. Don't think you're off the hook though. I'm dying to see how much a guy pushing 30 can slam down. First impressions, Chloe? It's about 3 times cleaner than I expected. Courtesy of the good people of Montmartre, most likely. Still, I'm not sure we can look past a fine layer of dust here and there. Or the clothes she stuffed under the bed. I'd give her a 58. Yay! A whole 2 points short of not failing. Now can we please give these surprise room inspections a rest? I mean, how long has it been since all 3 of us were together like this? Just to hang out and chat it up? Not so fast. How is your high-rise apartment looking? All good, of course. I have tidied it up earlier today, so, Judith? Just a slip of tongue. Move on already. Would be a shame to interrupt your family bonding. Don't abandon me! What do you look at the time? I should probably be off soon. You got something going on? Just a little meeting on the itinerary. Wouldn't do to be tardy. I'd best get myself ready. This late at night. No rest for the wrinkled, I guess. As for that high-rise, be sure to give it a good combing, Chloe. Yes, Mother, I'll report back to you at a later date. Why can't you two just leave me alone? The travel menu is now accessible. Riverside, Station Street, Tree and Tower have been added. Save me, boss! What do you expect me to do about it? This place may be halfway decent, but we can easily chalk that up to Victor and them keeping an eye out. Depending on what Chloe reports back to me, I just might have to give Judith another round of grandmotherly guidance. Just so that she learn all this slovenliness from. I can only lay the blame on my deficient mothering. You don't have to get clinically depressed about it.
Today's news briefing comes to us straight from the Tyrell Times. The test module launched in the second phase of Project Startaker was safely recovered this afternoon. Following the success of this experiment, the Republican government formally announced that the manned rocket launch will take place on July 12th.
Me? If you're sure. I learned this from Gran.
If I have to. That's some bachelor cooking.
Time to flex my cooking muscles. This is sure to make your mouth water.
Edith Radio Network.
The swallows are sleeping. Yes, like we talked about just before. Right, okay. I'll try and speak with my dad. But whatever follows will be up to you. At the end of the day, her feelings come first. If it isn't something good, you understand then. I think I know who's on the other side of the line. Would have to be a real ass to butt in. You're not getting a good luck from me, mister? Or did you expect to convince my dad through the power of well wishes? Well, that's the spirit. Anyway, I have to work to do so. It's been a while since Mr. Rocksmith stopped by. Last time he snuck in here was just after a previous presidential election. The man was laughing his laws off. Time marches on whether we like it or not and all that. I'm glad he's been doing okay for himself since. We talked about roping Mr. Zimman in for some chess after I close up shop for the day. It can't happen soon enough.
Pick something already. He seen ya. Pick something already. A meal, huh? Hold on. You better savor that flavor. He seen ya.
I'm only getting treated to a free meal as a +1, but man, is it delicious. Thinking back, Mr. Rocksmith did mention being a long-time customer of its place. One of his favorite spots, and it took all this time for me to actually try it out. Some admirer of his I am. For all the time I've idolized Mr. Rocksmith, I never knew his go-to spot was such a hole-in-the-wall gem. This wasn't the way I expected to find out either. There's still so much for me to learn about him. Okay. Begin. It's about time things finally settled down. Think I fixed some stew for dinner after closing up shop. My personal recipe calls for a secret stock, you see. One so mouth-watering even Victor sings its praise. And you ain't getting a single grubby hand on it, Van. Never even asked. Well, now she got me a little curious. Forget I ever said anything. Couldn't really keep the shop open too long today. So if there's anything special you need, just say the word and I'll see what I can do.
Now quit dawdling and buy something.
Travel Times Extra issue and rich butterscotch.
Stop by again, I guess.
Van made his way towards the main thoroughfare to take a bus to another district. That didn't look like a normal cat. Did she follow me here from Chardin? Could tell someone was eyeing me back then. Might as well go have a look-see.
Might be a good idea to do a shard search. Now where? Gotcha. Now where?
Back there.
Search time. Looks like the cat turned the corner here. Now where?
Yeah? Shapeshifting. Come, demon, to where the bell tolls. Oh, brother. Points for flair, I guess.
Search time. You ain't who I'm looking for. This thing's really giving me the runaround. Search time. Now where? Now where? Well, well, well. Back alley. Okay, this game of cat and mouse has gone on for long enough. Let's hear your request. I'm all ears. Yorda Eldarion?
Wow, that obvious? Let me guess. The cat gave me away. Guess I dropped one too many hints.
Nah, you were being pretty cautious, all told. And in your position, you can never be too careful. After all, in this world, you never know who you can trust. Best to be on your toes around a bad apple like me, right?
Yeah, you sure are rotten to the core. Not. You're too much of a do-gooder for me to buy that.
Yorda the Shadow Eater. Enforcer number 20B.
Anyway, thanks for coming, or whatever. Not that I would have given a crap if you ignored me. So, mind hearing me out?
Course. What did you think I followed your kitty's trail for? Besides, I already gave you my sales pitch, remember? For now, you can just kick back, relax, and munch on the finest sweets in the capital while we do our thing. Once the Oathbreaker's back, you're free to put in some 4 SPGs with me. I'd happily take them on. Lay it on me. Just keep in mind, the nature of the job might impact whether I accept or not.
'Kay, though my request is pretty straightforward. I want to tag along while you do your work. Your 4SPG thing, I mean. Can I do that for tonight? I'll even help out with fights and stuff if you want.
Alright. So, this might sound weird, but that's it? Just okay, and off we go? If I were you, I'd have said, get out of my face. The way I see it, this ain't no different from being on a temp. Your pay is getting cancelled out of a 4 SPG fee, which, by the way, I don't want to hear any griping about. Capiche? Sure, whatever. Oh, and if you're stopped by the cops, I'll come up with some excuse. You'd better. Actually, for my peace of mind, let's practice. Hey, what are you two doing out so late at night? Oh, my uncle just came to pick me up. Mom and Dad are real mean to me, so I went away from home. How's that? Okay, clear you've done this before. Wait, why do I have to be your uncle? Can you make me like, I don't know, older cousin maybe? Seriously? Okie dokie. Anything for you, cuz? Okay, nope, changed my mind. I've got a mountain of questions for her about the garden. Also curious where her brother's at. But for now, we can focus on checking the other districts like I planned. Still, with her coming along for a ride, should try to get this done quick. Something on my face? No? Then stop staring, weirdo. Yorda has temporarily joined the party. However, she will be unable to take part in any excursions to the Grim Garden. About Yorda's shard search. Yorda can use her shadow abilities to form an even more precise shard search. It allows both her and Van to find more Grim tokens than usual, to take the time to actively search for them. Additionally, connection events are now available.
Out of curiosity, any reason you ditched the hoodie?
'Cause it makes me stick out? Duh. Black jackets and summer don't exactly go together. Why? You like what you see, Uncle?
Girl, you are a child. Cut that crap out. And don't call me uncle.
Alright, and...
What's next?
Gotta treat myself every now and then.
I'll take good care of it.
Thanks.
Nina and Aaron, huh?
What's next?
Okay, let's look into the zone. A public bathhouse, huh? Whoa. That one heck of a mural. A girl living in Old Town, dude. Blows my mind every time. It's on a whole other level compared to the backstreet scribbles you sometimes see. So why bring me here? Just figured you might want to freshen up after all that walking around as a cat earlier. I'm not even that dirty. I mean, the alleyways and gaps I slipped through were, but still. Speaking of which, was all that part of your shadow abilities too? I'm still practicing, but yeah. Teleportation's crazy enough, but transformation too? Talk about an all-purpose superpower. Let me guess though, the whole experience gave you a feline fear of water? I'm not big on the idea of being in there with total strangers or... But if you're so desperate, then go nuts. I just wait out here. Don't be like that. Think of it as a chance to get to know each other better. Besides, what goes with summer better than baths? Plus, the milk gelato they serve after is tops. Well, if you're gonna get all pushy about it, then I guess I can let you treat me. Great, let me go in then. Man, oh man, das wird hit the spot. Taking in right after a bath elevates these flavors to all-time highs. And this is a plain, humble milk gelato we're talking. Simple as best, never felt so true. It is pretty tasty. And that loyally thing you told me to try wasn't too shabby either. Now we're getting somewhere. You may just have the makings of a budding sauna sage in you. Still, what really matters is that it got you to warm up a little. Save the corny lines. I forgot to ask though. We're about to do a lap around the city, right? That'll just work us into a sweat again, so why even bother with a bath? You know we can take more than one, right? Quit looking at me like I'm a freak here. Now, newly refreshed, we're too prepared to depart from the bathhouse. Isn't this... You probably already looked into it a bit, but welcome to Montmartre. My source of room and board. You hungry? We can have them whip up something quick and simple. I'm good. Hiya, new girl! What's this kid's deal? Meet the owner's granddaughter and future poster girl for the bistro. I'm Yumi. You look pretty cool. What's your name? Yoda. You'd have to be a real weirdo to think I'm cool. But you are. Your clothes are all black and stylish, and the way your hair has got blue stripes mixed in with a purple is super chic. Really? Well, I think your hair has a pretty color too. And the badge, star patches, and scrunchie are snazzy touches. Thanks! The scrunchie and patch are from my mummy, and the badge I got from Van. Now that you mention it, yeah, I saw it on a trinket shop in the 4th district. Man, but what an honor to have my gifts ranked above the old grumps. Don't get too big for those britches, you delinquent tenant. Ah, how about you don't sneak up behind people? Mommy, Grandpa! Just a moment now, you're a friend of Van's, right? Yume seems fond of you too. Won't he just treat you to a meal? Save yourself a trouble. I'm not even hungry anyway. Besides, I'm not sure I could handle how cozy and homey it is here. Sorry, but it kinda makes me wanna howl. Whatever's on the menu smells delicious though, so I'm sure it's a great place and all that. Huh? Well, I don't mean to be pushy, but you shouldn't count yourself out before even trying. Creme caramel a la Montmartre. Quit whining and dig in already. Lucky. I want some too. Grandpa's pudding is the best. You gotta love it. Alright, you're a fellow sweet tooth yourself. But hey, if you're not gonna take a freebie, you can wait outside while I do. Sound good? You already made the thing, so fine, I'll eat it. But only as a paying customer. Nope, I won't hear a word of it. Now go on and take a seat at the table there. I'll bring you an iced cafe au lait too on the house. Vanity orders max HP increased by 20. How about it? View's not half bad, right? You can even see Tyrion Tower over that way. You're overhyping, still I guess it is pretty.
Let's do a search. Shoot, wrong way.
We can't go into the others with Yoda with us. This is our base, the Aquat Solutions office. Nobody asked, what, did you forget something here? I'm not about to hang around and chat with your friends, so don't get any funny ideas. Alright, but we take a looking around with Yoda to next time, I think. Until then, I'm Ace, and don't get lost.